All right, I think I'm live. Uh, yeah. Hello, guys, buddies, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Decrypting Movies, episode number 19. And yep, you're watching Medley with MaddiE. They're free YouTube TV. You don't have to subscribe, you can just watch it for free. And I'm Maddie Dawson, and we're going to review a special film, Seven Samurai. I don't have a samurai sword, so I managed with a dosa picker. So please excuse me. And even I have the samurai ponytail. I watched in the movie that they have ponytails, so I thought I let me also, have a ponytail. Yeah, I check the audio if it's good. Yup. Yeah. So in this episode, we're gonna review an old classic Japanese movie, and I watched it with subtitles. It's not available anywhere, so you have to download and watch. And it's from a very famous and critically acclaimed director. I think not many from this generation knows about Akira Kurosawa. He was a reference, and he and his movies were a reference for Hollywood directors. You know, Quentin Tarantino, Alfred Hitchcock. So many directors have been inspired by his movie, and he's a very, very profound and prolific director. He has directed many movies, and all his movies are critically acclaimed. He even got a honorary Oscar in the year of 1990. So imagine, he's a really great. We'll just talk about him more, but before we analyze the movie, we'll just watch the trailer. So yeah, our new series, Black and Brown Death List, first episode is released. Please check it out. It's available on homepage, and that is one thing I wanted to remind. Yeah, so let's have some quick bites. So it was released in 1954, and it's an action drama, 3 hours 27 minutes. Yes, it's a pretty long movie. So any movie before 80s or 70s, it's gonna be at least minimum 2 hours, because at that generation people had so much patience. They were able to sit and watch for 2 hours and 3 hours. So it's a pretty long movie. So you need patience to watch the movie, but it's really beautiful and amazing artwork. And yep, it's a Japan movie, and you can see the name in English is Seven Samurai. I mean, the Magnificent Seven. So when it was released in US, it was named as Magnificent Seven, but its original movie name is Seven Samurai. Yeah, with that, we will just jump into the trailer, and there are two trailers I want to show it to you. Obviously, we'll be having a lot of spoilers in this episode, but this trailer will not give you much spoilers. So we'll just see the trailer and talk about the movie, and then we'll see this long trailer, the original trailer, after some time, right? So I'll disable myself. I'm gonna disappear, and let's watch this beautiful trailer. Yep. All right, let me enable myself and let me drag to the corner. I think, uh, yep, this much should be fine. Yeah, we will get back to the trailer. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a movie about seven samurais, and the story is really interesting. So seven samurais basically, team up, and they are all from different places. They do not know each other. They are practically strangers, and they get to know each other only when they, come together. So why they come together? That is the story. So there is this village where they do agriculture and grow crops, and there are bandits. It's set up during the 15th century, I guess. So bandits are usually people who loot villages and take their money, currencies and crops, basically anything that is valuable in those days. So the crop that they have planted, these villages, so it's time for them. It's gonna ripe, and they are gonna harvest. So the bandits have come to know that, and they are expecting the bandits to come and attack the village. And again, this year they're gonna lose the crops and all the wealth they have gathered over the year. So they don't want this to happen this year. They want to escape from the bandits. And how they are trying to resolve this issue. So there is an old man in the village, and he gives an idea that we'll hire samurais, right? So what they have to offer is food. They have only food to offer. So this old man says that, okay, let us offer food for the samurai. There will be samurais who will be looking for food and survival, so we can offer them food, and in turn we can get their protection. So that's the whole movie. Seven samurais coming together and protecting the village and villagers, and it's a simple one-line story. And you can see 3.5 hours of absolutely, movie making techniques employed. It's a wonderful artistic film. So it has everything: action, comedy, emotion, you name it. You have everything, like photography in that age. Even if it's black and white, the you can actually feel the colors of the film. And you have different characters. When you say seven samurais, the other protagonists, you have seven different natures. And 3.5 hours, you need such time to develop and expose all the characters and get the interaction, how they come together, what is strategy. It's like a war, almost like a war film, right? They are preparing for a war against the bandits, and how their bandits are going to attack the village, north, east, south, and west, how they're going to protect. They are building walls, and they are leaving. So this beautiful, it can apply to your life also. It's a philosophical film, and a lot of emotions, subtle background stories. That's what I liked. So in one particular scene, in 10-second timeline, we can get to know a character's background story. So in nowadays we see that we have flashback sequences for 1 hour, half an hour, getting creating the character's backstory. Who is that guy? So that we can relate with that guy. But in 1954, we have a 10-second scene where we get to know the background story of a character. So that's an amazing technique, right? I don't know how he thought of that in those times, but it's absolutely wonderful. And performance, you can easily relate to each and every character. It's that kind of performance. So even though it's a foreign language, nobody knows Japanese. I don't know Japanese, right? So maybe it's from this part of India, we may not know Japanese so hard. But if you see, even if you see with the English subtitles, the way they speak and way they deliver the dialogue and their performance is indeed really good. So in this particular scene, I want to explain this scene. So this guy who is ready to strike is actually a young samurai. Okay, so his master. So he has joined another elder samurai, and he has requested him to be master. So somehow they agree, and both of them become like master and student. So this is the student, and what the master is told to find out whether a samurai is real samurai or not. So they have set up this guy so that when he enters, he'll try to stab him. So a real samurai should somehow escape it. Even if he should be able to find out that somebody is going to strike him, or somehow escape that hit. So that's the test here, and you can see he can see he sees the shadow and finds out that there's someone to strike. So he's really proving out to be a good samurai here. And yep, these are all, like you can see it's just a 1 2 seconds. Yeah, see, he just sees the shadow and gets back. So that's the quality of samurai. You know that he's a good samurai. He can figure out even before he enters the home. So the movie is filled with such beautiful scenes, and I want you to see this the other trailer also, because that will be more elaborative and it'll tell the whole story what I had told you. So let us watch this trailer also. Yep.
ある山間の小さな村に侍の墓が4つ並んだ。野心と巧妙に疲れた狂気の時代に全く明理を顧みず哀れな百姓たちのために戦った7人の侍の話。彼らは無名のまま風のように去った。しかし彼らの優しい心と勇ましい行為は今なお美しく語り伝えられている。彼らこそ侍だ。黒澤明が描く壮烈な叙事詩。彼らはこの旗のもとに戦った。どういうわけだこれは。これは田んぼの田の字、つまり百姓たち、この村だな。この丸は俺たちだ。なんだよ、6つしかねえじゃないか。俺はのけもんか。いや、この三角が菊千代様だ。これ7人の侍の中の変わり種、の育ちの暴れん坊。襲い来るはのぶし、戦国の生んだ大老の群れ。
みんな死ぬんだぜ。
死ぬわけない。
でももしかしたら死ぬんだぜ。
最後の決戦の日は雨だった。残るは13。これは全部捕らえれん。その前を通り過ぎると同時に追い打ちをかけて村のついで挟めしだ。勝負はこの一撃で決まる。
Yep. So this trailer tells you the whole story. It's like 4 minutes long and it tells you the whole story. And another important highlighting aspect of the movie is the BGM, and you can see in this, you can hear in this trailer It's a very good BGM, like a war film, right? So basically, it's a war between the seven samurai villagers on one side and the bandits on the other side, and the bandits are having rifles. So that's a very good advantage, and they have. And if you see from the villagers and samurai side, they have the sword. That's it, right? So it's a very tough battle, and how through strategy and determination they overcome this war, and take out all the bandits. So that's the whole movie. In the process, they lose four samurai. That's how this trailer begins. We see that four knives, I mean the swords, are uh, tucked in. So it's basically a war film, but you can see a lot of emotions, a lot of characters. There is no one protagonist, seven protagonists, and over the course we see each and everybody's character and the villages also, how people lived in that age. So it has been captured beautifully, and it's still, even now if you watch it, it will be so fresh. And yep, it's a very long movie. So this is another very good iconic scene where they create the flag for the seven samurais. So the reason behind this triangle and six other circle is, so these six circles which are representing six samurais are actually who are samurais by birth. They have trained, and they fought like a samurai, so they are samurais. But this triangle is this guy basically, because he's not a samurai. He's someone who pretends to be samurai, he's like a, what do you say, he's putting up a show that he's a samurai, but he's not a samurai. So they have, this is the scene I was saying, like in 10 seconds they'll expose this character's background story. So basically he's a villager, right? So during such kind of fight in his previous, like maybe 10, or like during his so people, bandits had attacked his village, and he lost his parents during that fight. And when he was baby, he was handed over to someone else. So that's how the scene is explained during the war, and it's really absolutely wonderful. And hi, Venom. Good morning. Good evening. uh, yeah. So yes. So this six circles represent six samurai, and this triangle is, so it's in a funny way, but still they include him as a samurai. So that's what. So he's the naughty character, and he brings the comedy factor in the movie. But all of the six characters are serious, and they are talking about how to strategize and how to attack the enemy, when to defend, when to offend. But this guy is like enjoying, but he's still serious and aggressive, and he's very wild. He doesn't think before act, so he's such kind of act. So he's the leader. You know he is the leader of the group because he was the first samurai approached by the villagers. So he took the responsibility. Okay, I will take the food, the rice, and I will protect your village. And he said, I need six more samurai. So let's find out. So they still stay in the town. A couple of villagers stay with them, and they try to find out six more samurai. Somehow they get six samurai. And again, this guy who's putting up a show that he's also samurai, right? So he's also joining. He doesn't. He's been expelled, but still he's following them, and finally they accept him. Okay, fine, let's use another hand, right? So we are going to war with bandit, so we'll need another hand. So he's like, if you see the wildest and the merry, as they say in the trailer, he's exactly like that. He's very funny, and he brings the comedy element, also aggressive. And if there are emotions behind each and every samurai, and also the villagers. And the ending is also wonderful, like how the battle between the bandits and the samurai and villagers captured is absolutely, I mean, in those ages, movie making did not involve visual effects. So everything had to be shot with real stuff, like animals and fight scenes, everything. So that's why it's beautiful, it's realistic, and we relate with the movie. And even though it's 3.5 hours, you don't feel the time flew by. I really didn't feel the time flew by. It was like watching an epic movie like Ben-Hur. And this is actually a reference for many movies. Even now people take reference from it. So that the three-act structure, the exposition, the obstacles, and final the confrontation, it's a case study for movie makers like me. And really, it goes into my favorite list. I was recommended by, I mean, it was in my wish list, and then I and my friend decided to watch it, and I really loved this film. Just last week I watched it, so it was really good. And I hope you guys would love this film also. So do check it out. It's not available in any of the OTT platform, but to download and watch, right? So you can just watch it. It's a good movie. You can watch it in one stretch or pass and watch. It's absolutely amazing film, guys. Should definitely watch it. And yep, one more reminder, our new series Black and Brown Death List is available, so it's on home screen. Please do check it out. And yep, we'll catch up. We may try to play some couple of gaming episodes, so stay tuned. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Decrypting Movie 7 Samurai. We'll catch up in another episode with another beautiful film, maybe a thriller, because for some time I've not been watching thrillers, and thriller is my favorite genre. So we'll watch thrillers, and I'll watch thriller, and we'll break down some of thriller movies next time, right? Yep, Venom has registered his presence again. Thanks to Venom, he always participates in the live chat, and also he drops comments in most of the videos, and I really appreciate that. And thank you so much, Venom. And yep, let's end the episode now. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a very beautiful film, Seven Samurai. Do check it out. And yep, catch you up in next video. Until then, it's Maddie Dawson. You're watching Medley with MaddiE, the free YouTube TV. You don't have to watch and subscribe to my channel. You can just watch it for free, right?